Hello, this is William Bowman, and I'm making this video for Mr. Hartin over at Hartin Tree Service. Thank you so much for allowing me to record this video for you. So I want to explain exactly what I found on your website and show you what to change in order to get better results. It looks like your page is currently under construction, so I don't want to spend too much time on your website, but I do want to cover a couple things so that you understand when these changes can be implemented and how to tell when they're actually working. Because honestly, results is what we're after here, right? We want people coming to your site and utilizing your site as a form of traffic to get to you and to find you for their services. So I'll be covering the volume of clients looking for your services in your specific area, what your top online competitor is doing to win that volume, and things that you can do this exact moment on your site, or maybe when your site's up and running, to start winning those clients in the future. So I'd like to give you, I don't want to spend too much time on your site because of course it's under construction, so I just want to talk about keywords here. So keywords are simply just what somebody's going to search for in order to find your services. And typically what you want for front page or any page that you're trying to rank on Google is you want to have anywhere between 1,000 to 1,500 words on that page. And that allows you to sprinkle these keywords 5 or 6 times on, any page that you want ranked for that specific keyword. But what happens when we throw in tree service Arlington, Texas? I will show you the volume here shortly, but I want to show you the results. So when you see the results here, you're going to see, the first thing you're going to see is these ads. I'm glad to see that your company's not up here paying for these ads. Unfortunately, a lot of people will just scroll right past those ads. They will stop here at the Google Map Pack. So if you don't have this Google Map Pack set up, I do recommend going to get it set up. I have seen for some of my clients that this does work very well for them. It brings them quite a bit of volume. And you can optimize it based on geographic region to bring you more business. So if you don't have this set up, go to Google My Business and just put in the name of your company, location, and put a link to your website. That way it helps you rank your website as well. It gives you a place for free reviews on Google, and people really like to see that because they know that they're going to get an honest view of the company and the services they offer. But here's the area that I really wanted to focus on. This is called the organic search area. So just based off of these words, you can't pay to be here. You just have to rank your site. And it's actually interesting to see that Lawn Starter, BBB, Home Advisor, and Yelp and Angie's are up here because those companies are usually very easy to beat to be in the top place because Google actually likes for local businesses to rank up higher than these advertising businesses. So let's pop into your number one online competitor that's an actual company. Let's go into Tree Masters of Arlington. And I don't want to spend too much time on their site because I want to show you what's under the hood instead. Under the hood for their site and under the hood for your site, so you can kind of compare and you know that as your site's being constructed, that it's being constructed correctly, right? So when we're looking here, we see that they have quite a bit of content. They probably only have actually maybe 600 or 700 words. They could still use maybe double this content, maybe triple actually. But let's look under the hood. So when we look under the hood, we're going to see here for them, we're going to see all of these numbers, right? But the big one that I want to focus in on, they're getting about 380 people a month coming to their site. So that is quite a bit of traffic. And out of those people, you have quite a bit of potential clients. So sites are a good way to gain more clients. But let me talk about what they're doing right, So when we look here, we see a UR of 9, DR of 17. But what does that mean? So a UR is your URL rating. It can go from 0 to 100. The higher, the better. Same with DR, 0 to 100, the higher, the better. But with a UR is like the trustability of your site. So it's actually very surprising that the UR for this site, considering they're on the front page, is only 9. Typically, I would see a score of maybe between 15 to 25. And it does take a little bit to build this up, so maybe they're in the process of building it. But when we look over here, we see DR. So this is domain rating. This is like the reputation or the power of your site. And it looks like they're doing a pretty decent job of building their DR. But again, for this place on Google, I would expect this to also be higher, which is probably why they're still allowing, Angie's List and Yelp to outrank them. But how do you build these two numbers? These numbers, they do have an association to where you're going to place on the Google search results, but how do we make them larger? And you do that through many different methods, but one very useful method is backlinks. A backlink is like if I were writing a blog and I were to say, hey, Hartin's Tree Service, they're the best in town, go use them, and then I put a link to your site, that is an example of a backlink. So it looks like they have 5 different websites sending them a total of 20 backlinks. Now, I do want to emphasize quality over quantity. I've seen, 15, 20 backlinks beat 1,000 poorly made backlinks. So you definitely want to emphasize correctly made backlinks that are actually well put together. And now let's take a look at what keywords are they even ranking for. They have these powers. Where are they sitting at on their rankings? So I want to warn about this. Arborists near me, they have 3,700 volume of people that are searching that every single month, and they're ranked number 4 for it. The problem with this is this could be anywhere in the United States. Someone in Chicago could be searching this and finding them, and if they don't have a location near them, it's not going to help their company gain any more business, right? Because they won't be able to service somebody in Illinois or Chicago or Nebraska. So I prefer to focus on things like this: tree service Arlington, Texas; tree removal Arlington; tree trimming Arlington, Texas. And you start noticing that these volumes, right? 400 a month, 150 a month, 100 a month, 150 a month. These are the number of people that are on average searching for these things. And these volumes definitely add up. So it is best to be ranked on the top 10 for these. That way you can gain some of that volume. And if you look, they're not even ranked that well for any of these. 6, 4, 3, 5, 6. And it seems like because they're still ranked underneath all of those advertising services like Yelp and Home Advisor. So this just shows you that there is volume, and even though they're ranked below them, they are still getting quite a bit of volume that's coming to their site based off of those words. So let's look at your site and look at the historic numbers for your site, because I know it's under design right now, so these might be a little bit off, but we're seeing that on average 0 people a month come to your site, and you currently have 0 keywords that you're actually ranking for. So it doesn't matter how high these numbers get. If you have 0 keywords, Google's never going to put you in search results. So you need to implement those keywords in that content. And it's important to build quality backlinks. I see historically you had about 78, but yet your UR and DR aren't really that high. And that really comes down to quality of backlinks. So for your site, I would recommend, of course, it needs to be done, putting in that key content to make sure that you have those keywords, building quality backlinks over quantity. And if you don't have this GMB, definitely go and get this set up. It helps with your rankings and it will bring you volume. But I hope that this information was useful, and I hope that you're able to implement this maybe when your site's done. But if you have any feedback for me, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day, Mr. Hartin. Bye-bye.